Hello, it's Monica from Crafting with Quilling Lady, and I hope you have absolutely fabulous day. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to create this super adorable St. Valentine's card with some blue colors. I'm going to use a digi-stamp from Polkadoodles called Love You This Much. It is a design team project and I decided to create something fun. We usually have St. Valentine's cards with some reds and pinks, but this time I decided to have a little bit of twist and I'm going to use some blues, because why not? Have you ever seen a blue St. Valentine's card? If you have, please let me know how did you create it or where did you see it. As you can see, I'm starting with coloring the bunny using 3 alcohol markers from Spectrum Noir, and I've got darker, medium and lighter tone. And this way you're going to have a 3D effect with your alcohol markers and you're going to have beautiful highlights and shadows. So whenever you color in any image, I suggest you've got 3 tones, because this way it will look more organic. If you're interested in any of the products I use in today's video, you can check the description down below, because I'm going to leave the links to all Polkadoodles digi-stamps, papers and sentiments I'm going to use in today's project. As you can see, this card is going to be super quick to create, and you can create or print your digi-stamps the way you want, which means you can make them smaller or bigger, so you can actually fit them on any card size you want. Now I'm going to use some TriBlend markers from Spectrum Noir and I'm going to color in my bunny with some blue tones. I really wanted to have something fun and I absolutely love every single digi-stamps I have from Polkadoodles, and in this case I wanted to create something different, something a little bit unusual. That's why I decided to go with blues, because not all St. Valentine's cards are for women, right? Some of them have to be for men, like in this case. When this is ready, I'm going to add a few more details with the same grey alcohol markers, but also with the blues. And at this point I thought I really like that bunny, but is there a way I can add even more sparkle, or can I make it even more special? So first I'm going to fussy cut my image using my scissors, because I decided to use watercolor paints, which means I need to make sure that my element is ready to put on a card first. With every single alcohol markers you use, they usually bleed through the card, so it's always a good idea to have a scrap piece of card underneath, because that alcohol marker will bleed through and then will go back. So if you have a scrap piece of card, that will absorb some of the alcohol from your pens. So this is the best way if you want to have very beautiful and effortless blending with your alcohol markers. As usual, I use a small gap in between the lines when I fussy cut my images. So this way it's going to look like I use a cutting die for my image. But as you know, at this case it is a digi-stamps, so you don't really have a matching cutting die, because with every single digi-stamp you can make it as small or as big as you want when you print it. And I encourage you to play with your images, but also design papers and sentiments to fit for your project. When this is ready, now I can use those watercolor metallic paints, super quick and easy, and I'm going to paint those glasses. I really wanted to have that little bit of sparkle. At the end of this video I'm going to link 2 of other Polkadoodles projects I created, so stay tuned for that. Also, if you haven't seen my Joyful card project, please check the link in the top right corner. You won't be disappointed. It is a challenge project, so please have a look. When this is ready, now it is time for some embellishments, and I'm going to create a small die cut from Loving Frame from Crafter's Companion Gemini collection, and I'm going to use 300 GSM multi-purpose card. When this is ready, I thought I like it, but is there a way I can add even more contrast? And of course it is, so I'm going to use 2 Distress Oxide inks in Prize Ribbon and Broken China. As you can see, I only have 1 ink blending tool. On one side I've got it for the darker tones, and for the other one I've got the lighter tones. And this way you save so much money and space, because every single ink blending tool takes some space. But if you have two of the same color on one ink blending tool, you save time, money and space. So now I'm going to use that broken china, and you will see that beautiful blending effect here. And if you have never ever tried the technique, I really encourage you to do it, because first it looks more organic and then more pleasing to the eye. As usual, I've got a scrap piece of card underneath, because to be honest, I am a little bit lazy, so I didn't want to clean my glass mat. But if you have a scrap piece of paper, yes, it is ready, and you can do ink blending really quickly, and it will be beautiful every single time. However, I encourage you to use a thicker card for those elements, especially bigger frames. Now it is ready, and we have that element. But I'm going to add a little bit more contrast. So I'm going to use Just Lovely Honeypie papers from Polkadoodles, and I created a square element. So I'm going to put that hard frame on top, and to do it I'm going to use my one and only liquid glue, magic glue, to assemble those elements together. And at this point I thought I really liked the whole card together, but to be honest, I really struggled how to put the other elements, including the bunny, but also the sentiment. And you will see that dry run later on. When this is ready, it's always a good idea to use a little bit of tissue if you think you've got the excess of the ink on your die cut. Now I've got 6 by 6 inches card base, and it is time to put it on the card. Super quick and easy. So as you can see, this card is super simple to create, especially if you've got amazing elements to work with, design papers and color scheme. I also wonder what is your favorite color scheme for St. Valentine's cards. Please let me know in the comments down below. Usually when I print some papers, these are 8 by 8 inches, so I use the very bottom of the paper for the sentiments. And this sentiment comes from Just Lovely 31 Greetings. And again, all the links are in the description down below. This time I tried to create a different banner. So I use my scissors to create that wave on both sides. To make sure that all the elements match, I'm going to use the leftover ink on my ink blending tool. So I'm not going to use my ink pads again, just the leftover on the ink pad, and that will be absolutely fine. I wonder how many St. Valentine's cards have you created this year? If you have your favorite, please let me know in the comments down below and leave a link. As you can see here, I couldn't decide where to put the bunny and the sentiment. So let's do it. It is time to add a little bit more dimension, so I'm going to use my double-sided foam adhesive. And whenever you use it, I do encourage you to use a few drops of liquid glue, because with time that dry adhesive dries even more. But if you add that few drops of liquid glue, that makes a massive difference, because your card will be adhered forever. And that's exactly what we want, especially with Valentine's cards, right? And now I'm going to put the same double-sided foam adhesive on the bunny. You can always cut it into smaller pieces. You don't need to buy very expensive, narrow foam strips. Literally, you can use your scissors and cut it to the size you want. So when this is ready, I thought I really like it so far. All the blues are super cool for Valentine's Day. But is there a way I can add even more interest and make this card even more unusual and special? So if you know me, I usually add some gems. So as this is a blue card, it will be time to add a few, yes, you guessed it, we are going to create a beautiful card with some blue gems. So all the elements are going to match. I wonder, do you have your favorite gems in your stash? If you do, please let me know in the comments down below. The gems I'm going to use for today's card I got at Hobbycraft. I don't really have that many blue gems, but when I saw them I thought they'll be perfect for so many different occasions. Again, I'm going to use my one and only liquid glue, magic glue, to assemble all the elements together. And with the leftover hearts from the die cut, I'm going to use them on my card for extra contrast. Super quick and easy, and I really think they make a massive difference. I know they are small, but they are beautiful. Now you can see my blue gems, and I'm going to create those hearts in the top left corner and also on the right hand side, and the cut is complete. There is plenty of space to write your message inside, and please let me know what do you think about this. If you're new to the channel, I really hope you enjoyed today's tutorial, and please subscribe to my channel. Have a wonderful day, and I hope to see you on Monday for a personalized project. Trust me, you don't want to miss it. Have a wonderful day and happy crafting. See you in my next video.